Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Jesus' Way of Salvation. It's such a blessing to have you here today. Whether you're listening from home, on your way to work, or anywhere in the world, I want you to know God has something powerful for you today. If you are looking for hope, faith, and inspiration, you are in the right place. Today, we are diving into one of the most incredible aspects of Jesus' ministry, his miracles. These divine acts were not just supernatural wonders. They were powerful signs of his divine authority, his compassion for humanity, and his ultimate mission to bring salvation to the world. Stay with me, because these 5 miracles will leave you absolutely speechless. And by the end of this episode, you'll see how these miracles still impact our lives today. So, let's begin. Miracle 1, turning water into wine. The first miracle we'll look at is Jesus turning water into wine at the wedding in Cana. Imagine this. A wedding is in full swing. The guests are celebrating, but suddenly, the wine runs out. A disaster in that culture. But Mary, Jesus' mother, turns to him and says, "They have no wine." What does Jesus do? He commands the servants to fill 6 stone jars with water, and when they serve it, the water has turned into the finest wine. Not just any wine, but the best. This wasn't just about saving a wedding party. It was a symbolic act revealing that Jesus brings something far greater than the old ways. He is the source of new life, abundant joy, and divine transformation. This miracle teaches us that when we invite Jesus into our lives, he turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. Miracle 2, feeding the 5,000, 21. Now imagine being in a remote place, surrounded by over 5,000 hungry people. The disciples panic. How can we feed all these people? But Jesus takes 5 loaves and 2 fish, blesses them, and starts breaking them. And something miraculous happens. The food multiplies. Everyone eats until they are full, and there are 12 baskets of leftovers. This miracle is more than just about food. It's about trusting God's provision. When we offer the little we have, God multiplies it beyond our imagination. Isn't that powerful? When we feel like we don't have enough, whether it's resources, strength, or faith, Jesus can take what we have and turn it into more than enough. Miracle 3, walking on water. Picture this. Picture this. It's night. The disciples are battling rough waves on the Sea of Galilee, and suddenly they see a figure walking on water. Fear grips them until Jesus speaks. "Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid." Peter, filled with faith, says, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus calls him, and Peter steps out. But as he sees the wind, he begins to sink, and Jesus immediately reaches out to save him. What does this teach us? That when we keep our eyes on Jesus, we can do the impossible. But the moment we let fear take over, we begin to sink. Are we fixing our eyes on him in our own storms? Miracle 4, healing the blind man. John 9, 1-12. In John 9, Jesus encounters a man born blind. The disciples ask, "Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" Jesus answers, "Neither. This happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him." Then Jesus does something unusual. He spits on the ground, makes mud, and puts it on the man's eyes. He tells him to wash in the pool of Siloam, and when he does, he can see. This miracle teaches us that sometimes God works in ways we don't expect. The blind man had never seen before, but Jesus gave him a new reality. And just like that, when we encounter Jesus, he opens our spiritual eyes too. He brings light into our darkness and gives us a vision beyond what we ever imagined. Miracle 5, raising Lazarus from the dead. And now, we arrive at one of the most astonishing miracles, the raising of Lazarus. Lazarus, a dear friend of Jesus, had been dead for 4 days. His sisters, Martha and Mary, were heartbroken, but Jesus tells them, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live." Then Jesus stands before the tomb and calls out, "Lazarus, come forth." And a dead man walks out, wrapped in grave clothes. This miracle is a powerful foreshadowing of Jesus' own resurrection and a reminder that he holds authority over life and death. In him, we have the promise of eternal life. Wow, these miracles are breathtaking and remind us of Jesus' limitless power, love, and his desire to transform lives. And guess what? He is still working miracles today. Maybe not in the exact same way, but he is still healing, providing, guiding, and bringing new life to those who trust in him. If this episode inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe to Jesus' Stamen, Way of Salvation, so you never miss powerful content like this. Remember, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Stay strong in faith, and I'll see you in the next episode. God bless you.